Hello and welcome to the Slingshot channel. It doesn't happen every day that I get stuff sent to me from Ukraine, actually from Lviv, a town that we also call Lemberg here in Germany. I think because it used to be Austrian at some point. In any case, what's in there is a new knife from BPS Knives. Yes, I already reviewed knives from that company, and those are hands down the best knives for that kind of money that I have ever seen. I mean, the price-performance ratio is unbelievable, and actually that has been confirmed by several other reviewers too. But now they have done something major. They hired no one else but Robert Terzuola to design a knife for them. And if you don't know who Robert Terzuola is, then of course you certainly are not a member of the knife community, because he is one of the most famous knife designers in the world, on this planet, maybe in this universe. And Bob really knows how to design a knife. So the Ukrainians have done the right thing by hiring him. So the name of this knife is Charakternik. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, maybe not. And I think it just goes down to some kind of Cossack design idea. I think they're referring to a part of their history as well, but I'm no expert in this. I'm an expert in knives, so let's have a look. So I'm opening this up, and actually you can see that they sealed this with the big seal of the Ukraine. So this is actually the Ukrainian flag, or the symbol in the Ukrainian flag. And out comes this, really nicely packaged, very tidy inside. Wow. So basically what you get is you get the knife itself, and wow, it's a beauty, and it's a hefty knife. And then we get a second set of scales. Those are actually covering the shape of the finger guard here. So actually they even give you the tools how to change them, and spare screws. And they give you this sheath, which is one of the prettiest sheaths that I've ever seen. I think those are, I'm just in love with the sheath more than with the knife, and I really like the knife, as you can tell probably. So of course it has a Tech-Lock belt attachment, of course, because Robert Terzuola designed that one as well, probably some long time ago. So it's adjustable, of course, so you can adjust it to the width of your belt. And of course it's rock solid, and see how nicely it's been integrated into the sheath. Really, really beautiful. So, and also when you put the knife in, look the fit. It's like actually clamped and held in place by two of these here. So it's super secure. And then to get it out, all you have to do is you take your thumb and press, and then the knife is out. So this is super, super safe in the sheath, but very easy to get out. And look at this. I mean, isn't that a beauty to look at? That's a pretty knife sheath combination. And the knife, let's talk about the knife a bit. The lines of the knife is very typical for Robert Terzuola. I think he just loves this kind of really elegant, sleek design of the handle. And I have to say it sits super well in my hand. I mean, I have rather large hands, but this will also work well for someone with smaller hands. It's just very, very smooth, and it fills my hand just perfectly well. And also the length is just perfect. So I'm not sure if I would prefer the other scales. I actually like these quite a bit, but I might give it a try. I don't know yet. But the knife, actually, it says BPS Knives D2 steel, made in Ukraine. And I applaud these guys so much. You can't believe how proud I am about these guys and girls. I mean, they work in a country that is ravaged by war, and still they manage to pump out these great products for really not a lot of money. On the other side you have the Robert Terzuola logo, very nice. As you can see, it's half serrated and half plain, which I like because you get the best of both worlds. I would say the blade is 4 millimeters, which I think is perfect for a knife like this. It gives you the stability and the heft that you need for a serious knife without being overly bulky and heavy. And also it will cut really well. I can already see that just from the bevel that I can see here. Yeah, and it's a full tang, of course, except it has a pommel that you can actually remove. And I think that is because you're supposed to use this as a hammer. So this is like an emergency hammer, and also, you know, you can probably use it as a weapon against someone that you don't want to outright kill. So therefore it will get dented a little bit, I guess. So you can exchange this, which I also really like. The steel is D2, and I actually have to say that I am very fond of D2 steel. I have a lot of knives, and a lot of them have really expensive steel. I like D2 because it's just a perfect combination between something that you can sharpen by yourself, and then on the other side it also retains its sharpness really well. It's also not overly expensive, so you know, make this in Magna Cut and then it's just all of a sudden costs 3 times as much. Anyway, yeah, it also has a hole for a lanyard, which is also practical. I don't use those, but I know a lot of people that do. The shape of the blade is absolutely practical. So it's definitely a great knife, and of course we now have to test it. How do you test a knife? Well, typically you cut something with it. Okay, yeah, that cuts really, really well. And of course you got the serrated edge, which also is nice for cutting. Okay, nice. Now let's see if you can also do some controlled cuts. Yes, absolutely, with the serrated part. Actually, it works really well. And you can also use the front part. You have sharp edges here on this, so you don't cut yourself, but it's definitely sharp enough for a fire starter. So definitely you can also use this for typical fire starter stuff when you're out camping. Yeah, so this works great. Okay, let's do some batoning. That's a joke. I mean, it's a full tang knife and it's sharp, and of course it does batoning well. So let's test the hammer here. Wow. So it doesn't slip from my hand, and look at these dents that I was able to cause into the wood. So this is a really nice hammer, and it actually pokes out just enough so that I'm not in danger to actually hurt my hand. I really like these scales. I mean, this is definitely Mikata, but I like the color. I mean, it comes from a country that is in a war, so of course everything is olive. Olive brown. No, I actually like it. I think it's really, really a good match for the knife. So let's try the other set of scales, and actually they give you all the tools that you need, and even a spare set of screws. I wonder why that is, because you need a different length, or if it's just simply a spare. But I will definitely exchange it now. Be right back. So this is how it looks like without the scales on, and as you can see, it's of course completely full tang except the pommel. And actually these are the screws. Actually there's like a round bolt in the middle. Oh, let me see if I can hold this a little better so you can see it. So you can see that, you know, this is the screw set, and they actually give you a total of 8 of those. So you actually have 3 sets of reserves. So that's really generous. And you get 2 Allen keys. So should one of the Allen keys break, you have another one. I mean, I know it's cheap, but definitely that says something about the company. They want to make sure that you got all the spare parts should you need it, so you don't have to wait until it's delivered in a country where I don't know how reliable the post now is there. Okay, now we got the new scales on. Actually, I think I probably like it even better because it's just even more full in my hands and also feels a little more secure here. That's all right with the other set too, but I mean, it just comes down to personal taste. A little tip: when you remove the scales, then you know, you can loosen up the pommel screw a little bit, because that is also putting pressure on the scales, and therefore it's much easier to get them off when you release this a little bit. I found out the hard way. So after all the batoning and cutting and so on, is it still sharp enough to cut paper? Let's see. Oh yes, it is. How about the serrated? Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. This is a beautifully sharp knife. Still. That's what I love about D2, and the grinding is just about perfect for the steel. You can really tell the guys and girls in the Ukraine know how to make a real good knife. I loved their knives before, and I like this one even better. Because, yeah, I know it's the most expensive one that they probably have. They charge $150 for it. But believe me, it feels like a $500 knife, and it's been designed by Robert Terzuola, and it's made in Ukraine. That really, really needs our help. So please, guys, I cannot recommend this knife more. For so many reasons, I think you should go and buy one now, and I put all the links down there for you. And by the way, normally I charge a hefty price for videos like this, like if I do a commercial for someone else. But in this case, because I'm a massive supporter of Ukraine, I'm not charging them anything. So this video is completely unpaid for, and I'm even going to pay them for my knife here. That's what I'm going to do. I've done this last time, and I will do it again. Because I'm in love with the knife. Hope you are too, because that's it for today. Thanks and bye-bye. What a day to do some knife throwing practice. Adam Saladin gave me these here when he visited last time. That was actually in the fall of last year. And today is a good time to test if I can still do the no-spin knife throwing technique. Okay, we start from here. Go a little bit more back. Okay, we go a little bit more back. Now it's getting really, really hard. Ha! Ha ha ha!